first fall. Man, I really screwed my ankle up. Oh God, Ash. I'm coming for you. Help. Doesn't get much better than this. Hey guys, it's May 27th, 2017. Thanks for tuning back in. Me and the wife are out here in West Virginia at Dolly Sods again. It's Memorial Day weekend. The forecast is 90% chance of rain today and tomorrow. So it's definitely going to be an interesting trip. We've never really went out and backpacked when it was guaranteed going to rain the entire time. We're looking forward to a little bit of solitude out here. Memorial Day weekend last year we came out and it was very, very packed. There's people everywhere. So we're hoping the rain's going to deter a lot of people this year. We're starting out at the Roarbar trailhead. Roarbar. We have really no agenda as far as trails we're doing. We're just going to wing it. We're just doing a 2-day, 1 night out here. Since we got the new puppy at home, we really didn't want to leave her for that long. So yeah, time to get going. Tell me what you said last time about your backpack and your poles.
I feel like a Ninja Turtle.
Turn around. Leonardo.
Scummy.
On the drive up here, we were just discussing how cool it would be to get a backpacking video with a bunch of fog, because it was the whole drive, even from Ohio, was really foggy this morning, and we got our wish. It's so foggy up here. It's just kind of surreal and beautiful. We've never got to backpack in the fog before, and it's definitely a sight to be seen. I gotta say that it doesn't get much more beautiful than this. And to think people don't come out in the rain. The Roarbar trail that we are on right now is a 3.8 mile trail, I believe. We're gonna have to hit this one to come back because there's really no loop that will come back to where we parked. But we've never done this section of Dolly Sods before. And I saw some pictures on the internet, and a lot of people say it's one of the most beautiful trails in the vicinity. So far, this trail is very, very beautiful. A lot of rocks, just like the rest of Dolly Sods, but it's looking good. Can't wait till I get to see it open up a little bit here. We're pretty high elevation. We're kind of riding this ridge at 3,400 feet. Going good so far. We just passed 2 women with 3 dogs. They were walking the same way we are, and they turned around and came back because they came upon a fawn with its mother in the middle of the trail, and their dogs freaked out and chased the mom away. So they turned around because they didn't want to walk past the deer on the trail. They said it was a really narrow section of trail. So there might be a little baby fawn up here in the middle of the trail. If it's not there, that's a good thing. It means the mom came back and got her. Well, for about the past 1.5 miles or so, we walked really quietly and not scare the mother off if she came back. And we did not see her, and they said she was before the Overlook. And we are now at the Overlook. Doesn't look like much of an overlook today. A little bit too foggy, but look at that view. Pretty big drop off right there. It's like barely sprinkling right now, but being in under all these trees that are wet, it's really more wet under the trees than it is out in the open. Oh man, the fog's really cool, but I bet that view is awesome. We're gonna have to do this trail tomorrow to get back to the car, so maybe the fog will dissipate and we might get to see the view tomorrow. Too slick.
You okay?
Yeah. First time falling. Hundreds of miles. First fall. It did hurt my ankle a little bit. Ow, yeah, that hurt my left ankle. At least it's not my right ankle to add to all my right foot problems. I hope that turns out okay. I had the camera rolling, so yeah. I'm thankful for that. Getting ready to do the stream crossing here. This is Red Creek. It's cold, you'll get used to it though.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh god, Ash.
It's getting deeper right here. Look how deep this is right here.
Yeah, I'm coming for you. We'll go back. I know, it's a little too deep.
I am soaked.
It's alright. We'll... Ow! Freaking foot! My foot's there. Red Creek's a little too high for us. It's one of the disadvantages of being 5 foot tall, and it was pretty much almost taking her over. It's raging pretty hard right now, so we're gonna think of a new plan, but we're definitely not gonna cross Red Creek today. Well, we stood down there by the river for about probably 30 minutes talking to another older couple. They were gonna attempt to do the river too, and they opted not to. But yeah, we were weighing our options, what we're gonna do. What the plan is now is we are backtracking up, what is this, Fisher Creek? Fisher Creek Trail. We're gonna go back up Roarbaugh Trail, Roarbaugh, and we're gonna camp at the site that was right up there, right beside the Overlook, and maybe we'll get lucky and see something in the morning and have a little bit of a view to wake up to. That's the plan. We'll have a nice, easy, probably 3 miles to hike out tomorrow. Here we are again.
I feel like we were just
We had 3 pretty tricky stream crossings on the way down, so we gotta do them all again. Well, it's official. The sun is out and the skies are blue. So we're starting to think that it might have been, you know, kind of meant to be that we're coming back up here, because the fog's all gone and we get to get that view. We'll actually get to enjoy it tonight. We will see. We are really hoping that our site on top of the mountain here is going to be empty. It's a really popular site out here. Definitely the best campsite on this trail, on the Roarbaugh. God, I can't say that word. But yeah, not too many people out here. Everybody's scared of the rain. We've only run into 2 or 3 other groups of people. But yeah, we got our fingers crossed. We really want that site. And we are there.
And nobody's here.
We got it. We got our site. Some things happen for a reason. This is definitely a way better site than we would have had anywhere else we camped. We actually got a view. That overlook we were at that we couldn't see anything, it's like probably 50 feet down there. This is wet. There's a little fire pit right here. This little spot's no good for us. We got a tent, and this ground is just soaked. It's a complete bog up here. So I'm gonna go back in here a little bit. Looks like it raises up a little. Yeah, there's another fire pit over here. I'd really like to wake up with that view. That's not gonna be possible. Should be pretty good. That is, oh. Look at that. This is our site.
Is it a couch? Please tell me it's a couch. Oh, I'm so excited.
You see that?
This is why I love Dolly Sods, man. These people know how to camp. Oh, check this out. Place to hang your bag.
Oh, no way. We're setting up right here, pretty much almost right on top of this fire pit. It's the only spot that's not like a bog. We're not even gonna worry about having a fire tonight. Probably it would take a lot of work to actually get one because it's rained here all week. We're okay with not having one. We both only got 4 hours sleep last night, so we're both gonna go to bed early. We're gonna sleep great. We're thankful for the chairs we got, the view we got. We're just gonna call it good and not worry about a fire tonight. Okay, well, we are all set up at our camp. We're gonna go out and see how good this view looks. Man, I really screwed my ankle up when I took that fall earlier. I twisted it pretty good. Hope it's not gonna be like super swelled up and not able to bend, because it already feels stiff. Right down here is the Red Creek Valley. You can actually see the steam coming off the water down there. You might not be able to pick it up on camera, but yeah, we were just down there trying to cross. This is awesome. Really glad we didn't cross that river and we just came back up here. There's a good chance this probably would have all been fogged over again in the morning, so we probably wouldn't even got to see this view tomorrow. Definitely made the trip right here. This is the peak of our trip. Feels like we got the whole place to ourselves because everybody's scared of a little bit of rain. Sun went behind a cloud here. You can actually see Lion's Head now right over here. Doesn't get much better than this. 90% chance of rain. Something we forgot this time was eating utensils. I was planning on just making something out here, either chopsticks or a spoon or something, and I forgot to grab her a fork. So she's gonna have to use chopsticks tonight.
Or he's gonna make me a spoon.
We'll see. Forgot something in the car that was very important. Our map. You know, the thing that keeps you from getting lost out here. You know, I pretty much have studied that map though for hours, and I could pretty much draw it up in my head. It would have been really nice to have it for some of the turns and some of the elevation and stuff, but you know, I wasn't really scared. We didn't do like a huge big loop. We just went out and back. We went out Roarbaugh Trail. God, I cannot say that. We took Fisher Creek Trail, and then we got on Red Creek Trail and tried crossing Red Creek on the Red Creek Trail. Wasn't happening. It was just too deep. It rained all week long. It was sketchy for me, and she wasn't having fun out there, and I didn't want to push her to cross it because I was kind of scared to cross it myself. But yeah, it was just raging, super deep in the middle. We made it halfway across and formulated a new plan and went with it, and it worked out great. We got to see that view that we probably wouldn't have got to see if we camped out down there. So, you know, just one of those moments where everything happens for a reason. Yeah. All right, we got the water on the boil for the ramen, and I'm gonna get started here. I'm gonna baton down a piece of birch I found and try to make her like some type of eating utensil. I'm gonna make some chopsticks out of it too as well. So
There's a baby tick on me.
we're gonna do some bushcraft tonight. Found a tick?
Yep.
We're gonna have to do a thorough tick check. Ticks are gonna be terrible this year. Everyone knows it. All right, let's get bushcrafting. I brought my folding saw with me in case we wanted to go through the hassle of actually trying to start a fire tonight. That wood is totally soaked through. I'm gonna have to use a saw, go find a log and baton it down with my companion, my Mora companion. All right, I cut a tree. It was still green, but it had another tree hanging over it. It knocked it down. But I got this little one here, and I'm gonna make 2 chopsticks out of that. And I got this big thick one here, and I'm gonna try to just make like kind of like a spoon, just like kind of like a spatula type looking thing. Last Dolly Sods video I made, you know, you learn so much, and I'm still kind of new at a lot of all this stuff. But I was just smashing my knife into a rock, batoning stuff down like this. So stupid. But it was a $10 knife from Walmart. It's a piece of crap anyway, so it doesn't matter. Not bad. I'm gonna make this, just kind of taper the end down a little bit, make a nice little handle for her. Got a nice little handle to grab on, nice little tapered edge, nice and smooth around the end for no splinters. And we're gonna call that a spork for the night. All right, got the chopsticks done. They're not real pretty, but they will work. Actually, I might trim them down a little bit so they're not as fat. Whoa, did you carve that?
Yeah.
It is 8:50. We're all done with our dinner. Got everything done that we wanted to do today. We're just sitting here chilling, just waiting on the time to pass a little bit. Yeah, really long day today. There's a festival in the downtown of our hometown, and we live right down from there. So we took the new dog and had a couple friends come over, and we all walked down there, and we ended up hanging out in the beer garden till about 11 o'clock, and let's just say I got home and I still wasn't even packed yet. You know, it's funny, like when I started backpacking, I would spend like days and days packing, and I'd make lists and all this stuff. And now I've just gotten so much worse. I literally pack like the night before. And well, you know,
That's why we forget things.
packing the night before after you just got done at the beer garden at midnight. Yeah, we pretty much knew we were gonna forget some stuff. I knew I had everything laid out on the floor before we left, but I had no idea where I packed anything. So it was a big surprise, like who had what and whose packs, and it was kind of funny.
It's impressive that we only forgot spoons.
It is. But,
and the map. Although it's in the car.
We've done this enough that I got everything in my gear room sorted out to where I can just go in and grab all my gear and just go through and pick, you know, what I want for this specific trip. But yeah, really long day. We got up at 5 o'clock, 4 hours sleep pretty much. Drove 4.5 hours here. Yeah, 7.5 miles of mud and rocks. Yeah, you know what though? Come to Dolly Sods in the rain. You get solitude. It's already muddy. You know, we came last year and it was like 80 degrees and it was like pretty dry out. And it was still muddy. You know, you're gonna get muddy and wet here. But yeah, it was absolutely beautiful this morning. I've always wanted to backpack in fog. So I got my wish this morning. We were just talking about that, and it was beautiful. Got to see our view. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow morning. Yeah, we didn't bring any tent games or anything tonight, so we're just gonna get straight down to business and hit the hay. Whew. All right. Well, we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's 7 a.m. It was a little bit of a difficult night. She slept pretty good. I kept kind of waking her up, rustling around though. I heard it sprinkling a little bit about 3 in the morning, and she said it poured once or twice. I got the good old, not so trusty X-frame sleeping pad here, and where the holes were in the pad, my shoulders or something was touching into the ground. The wet ground was kind of soaking up through the footprint in the bottom of the tent, and it was a little bit chilly. And the only thing I had for warmth was this little down quilt from Bed Bath & Beyond. I think you can get these at Costco too. It was only like $30. It was pretty warm, but I didn't bring any pants, so I was a little bit chilly on my lower half, which usually isn't the issue. It's usually up here, which I brought this fleece, and I brought my Ghost Whisperer also. I just ended up using this for a pillow. And my upper body was fine. My legs were a little chilly. That was the only thing that really kept me up all night. Yeah, we're still throwing around the idea of maybe skipping our oatmeal breakfast, just eating what we got for lunch today. We only have 3 miles to hike out, so we're already talking about maybe hitting up a Bob Evans or something for a real breakfast on the way out. But we're probably going to make our coffee at least. Yeah, get on the trail nice and early today. Soaking wet boots. We talked about wearing different footwear on this trip. Since we've been here before, we knew we were going to have totally soaked feet. Jumping all the puddles and all the mud is way more energy than you really need to spend out here. You're better off just getting your feet wet and drying them out at camp and bringing extra socks. All my tennis shoes get really, really slippery on the rocks, and judging that I, took a fall yesterday on a slippery rock, I'm really glad I did not bring tennis shoes. Probably wouldn't have dried out at all, considering it's just so damp out and we didn't get a fire or anything. But yeah, we got wet boots to put on today, so it is what it is. Are those Christmas leggings?
Yes, but they're warm.
We're just gonna make coffee, eat a couple little snacks we brought for lunch, and that's gonna be our breakfast. All right, coffee's all done brewing. We got the Growers Cup Honduras blend. We really both love this coffee. It's one of my favorite things about waking up in the morning in the woods. It's about 58 degrees right now. Perfect morning. These are the kind of mornings that you hope for every time you wake up in the woods.
Okay.
It's 9:15 right now. We're hoping to be on the trail by at least 9:30. So we're right on track. Like I said before, 3-mile hike on the way out, so time to get going. Help! Help!
Not today.
You ready to go?
Yes.
There's no shortage of water on Roarbaugh Trail. Hey, I said it right. Definitely tons of water here the entire way, the entire 3.8 miles. You would think at the highest peak of the trail here at 3,600 feet that there really wouldn't be any flowing water, but there's plenty. I'm really thankful today that my ankle feels a little bit better, a lot better actually. It still feels a little bit stiff, but it's not really being a bother at all. So still good weather, still on pace to get out of here by 11 o'clock. Yeah, we just passed a local. It's confirmed that there's big storms coming here later on today. We're gonna get out of here just in time. For 90% chance of rain this entire weekend. I mean, we were prepared for the worst, and it was sprinkling. I mean, it wasn't even a downpour the entire time we were here. Perfect weather. And to think people didn't come backpacking this week because of the weather, just sometimes you just gotta take your chance, and it works out for the best. Had a couple of little ticks on us. I found one crawling on my head in the middle of the night. The little ones don't bug me so bad because, I'm probably like their first host, so they might not carry like Lyme disease or something bad like that. It's the big ones I worried about. We didn't see any big ones, which is nice after my Shawnee State Forest experience. Yeah, the little ones don't really bother me that bad. We're about out now, got about 50 feet to go, I can kind of see. Really tough trail. I mean, you got to really try to not fall on this one. There's just rocks everywhere. Elevation wise, not bad at all until you get down to where you hit Fisher Creek. If you want to go down that way, that's some pretty big hill right there. The name's a little misleading, Roarbaugh Plains. Not a whole lot of plains on it. Yeah, it's been a great trail though. Don't regret picking this one at all. Couldn't be happier with the way this trip went. All right, everybody, well, we're out of the woods. We're sitting here taking a little bathroom break at a picnic area right down from the trailhead. But yeah, it's been a great trip, don't regret anything that we did. Everything just worked out for the best. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate the views. Leave a comment. I try to reply to all of them. And subscribe to my channel for future content. And yeah, we'll see you on the trail the next time. Just gonna sit here on our bush couch and watch this beautiful video of nature.
Can't see this on the computer.
You can't see it on a computer. Subscribe now.
Turtle in the fridge. Turtle club.